Alright, I know you can hear the highway and it sounds like a drag strip around here sometimes, but side skirt's really easy to put on. I've already cleaned with alcohol the whole entire factory black part down there, because that's what the double side tape sticks to. And then you'll have to drill a screw hole in the front and in the back. Now, I thought in my test fitting it, the front needs to be done first and tight before you push the skirt down. It seems like that twists the right way. So I will just try to give you guys a rundown. I'm going to heat the double-sided tape up after I peel it off, and I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to be concentrating on the front because the back has seems to me like it has a little bit of adjustability in it. After you drill your hole where you're putting this little tiny Phillips head screw, I'm backing the screw out and using a paint touch-up pen and like trying to squeeze it down in the hole to like coat the insides of the hole. And all I had was some gray, but you're not gonna be able to see it from the wife's car. So just make sure those holes don't rust, although I seriously doubt that would happen in the ownership of the car. Anyways, let me do this. So this is just one piece of tape on the top, and that's it. I already did the other side to practice. So it was very, very easy. Just peel this tape off, and I am going to heat it up. The fit of it is just perfect. When Max Orido made that, I mean, it really does just go there, and there's nothing to this. It just raises the hair, pull tight, drill this hole. But I'm going to do the front hole first. The front hole was all plastic, so I didn't have to touch up that. Easy. They do give you some washers if it was a little off. But it seems to be a nice tight fit, no need for them. Back wheel had to come off. I wanted to make sure this hole was perpendicular, really nice. I didn't want to drill it at an angle. Everything's nice and tight right here. So I got a little bit of up and down. Down would leave a gap. So kind of doing it. That panel's plastic. It won't rust. No need for paint touch-up like I did on the other side. Little Phillips screw. Nice and tight. The gap stayed fine, so I'm not torquing it over or anything. And that's it. Now, I am going to add some heat to it right at this moment through the top side and press it down all the way across. If there is any twisting or molding problems, the heat will actually mold that kit really tight. It can be bent if you overheat it too. Tape goes right about there. That's it. It's all done. Very easy. This seems like it's about 3/8 of an inch lower than the factory one, and just for my guesstimate, it's about 3/4 of an inch further out in this plane. It actually follows the line of this car perfectly. If you put this would probably be totally horizontal in the look, which is what I wanted, because the factory one is sunk in quite a bit. I'll have to measure a stock one and see, then I can get the exact how far further it's out. And of course, this is a nice touch being up high. So this whole panel right here is clear broad to help from rock chips, and the factory part I had on here was done in a flat black vinyl to help with rock chips. I decided I'm probably not going to wrap this piece at all because it comes pre-painted and I don't know how old the paint is. It has to cure. And then secondly, it's very easy to remove this. That double-sided tape will come off with some string, and refinish this piece in the future if it gets rock chipped really easily. Or wrap it in flat vinyl once it's been on there and got too dirty. So, or chipped up. Nice look here, very nice look. Alright, I'm going to get this put back together, go to the front. Okay, it's time for the front spoiler. I wanted to get the car up a little bit higher. I had to roll onto 2x4, so I even get the jack underneath there now. But you need to clean the bottom of the factory one again with alcohol, and underneath, using the T25 Torx, there's a middle one and one on each side of it. And then the rest here are just those standard push tabs. There's 9 altogether. You need to remove all of those. You can see over there where the car's rubbed before. Good luck on this new front splitter. But anyways, you got to remove those. And as you can see here on the new one, it has those holes pre-drilled there, and you can kind of see where the tape's going to go. So, and then we have the sides. The sides of this go together like that. It does have some instructions with it on where to put tape and use there's a little bracket here, like a little teeter-totter type thing that uses a bolt, and I think there's a stock one in the fender liner that you pop out to attach that to. Other than that, just a matter of lining up these holes underneath. So what I think I'm gonna do is just peel all the tape and just use these holes as my guide. I'm gonna test fit before I do that. So I'll back the camera off and be wiggling around a little on the floor here, see what happens. Okay, so what I've done is I test fitted it with a couple of the push tabs in. I saw how the sides were gonna go up. I got the little step brackets installed. There is a little 8mm, pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, 8mm socket head of the second fender liner bolt up high is going to mount the kit to it. So I'm going to be doing this by myself. I'm going to start with the push tab holes. They seem to line it all up, and I'm not going to push really hard until I work my way all the way around to make sure I'm centered, but I don't think it can be uncentered really. The holes look pretty precise. So I'm just going to go for it right now without even hitting pause on the video. Throw some towels down. I mean, this thing's going to get scratched being on the car, but just remember the 3 center holes are the screws. Just going to barely push that one in, and barely push that one in. I won't even go in to the barely point. All right, let's do the one on the opposite side. 3, this one. It's all looking pretty proper. I'm still not pressing this tape down really hard until I know these sides are gonna work correctly. But these pushing tabs are just lining up perfect. I don't need to do those screw ones. I need to make sure this side is going to come out proper. None of the tape is touching here yet. I can tell it's going to have to be heated up and pushed pretty hard. Basically, installing the wing on the little duckbill add-on is just double-sided tape. And since the car has been waxed a few times, you need to use some alcohol and a nice clean towel. And you need to clean on the paint right where the tape's going to be stuck to. That way you make sure that you've taken off all the wax and there's no dirt or anything left down there. Alright, so now I have it test fitted. I made sure the gap down beneath looks good and this gap up top looks good. There is no gap. And I've also made sure I've got it centered. This amount of little bit of yellow showing here. This little bit amount of yellow showing here. And then what I did was I used this guide tape. When I look at it with little pressure on it, I'm going to want that to mount go right up to that when I'm pressing, and not go over or under. And then this is just temporary right now. And then I also had these lines drawn on these two pieces. Now it has split in the tape right here, and it goes this way and this way. So I'm actually gonna like peel some tape out about here and out here and start with pressure in the middle and work my way out on each side. And I'll reverse that. I'll start that basically at the same time at the bottom too and pull that out. And now I do have my heat gun handy. I'm gonna probably add a little heat to the tape before I peel it, and I'll probably add a little heat to the trunk lid just to make sure. But like I said, I already got it alcohol cleaned, and now it's just a matter of doing this tape. So I'll step back and record that. As you can see, here's the split going this way, this way. And as you can see, I'm just going to pull a little bit, about 6-8 inches of this tape. And then I'm bringing this to the outside. All I'm worried about right now is just my middle. Dropping it. right down on that line there. Now it's staying there. Now I'm going to work this top line. I'm actually just going to give this a gentle lift. Remove this tape all the way for the top. This bottom is not. Move this tape for that side. Work my way down. My lines I drew are here. It's right on my tape here where I wanted it to be. I have a nice tight fit. Nice tight fit, nothing sticking up. I'm gonna lift this. Hold this up. Hold this up. Okay. Now I'm going to add some heat through the plastic, down through the whole thing to try to get it warm so that tape is super sticky. All right, I'm going to stop that filming now. I'm going to be just heating it up and doing it till it's done. All right, I want to kind of give you a final wrap-up video of the Max Orido body kit for the back. So the problem that I'm running into is the AWE kit, the muffler canisters themselves are down too far low for right here. And the only way I could really fit it would be to trim all this out. And I'm not sure if I want to do that. or not, or if I'm going to just sell this back piece. So I'm going to sit here and play with it and come up with some ideas, maybe to just take it from here where this attaches and cut right there so this matches up and leave this all open, because I really like the exhaust showing. It's beautiful. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and put a wrap on the video and say the car kit is done, installed, and you know, put an end to the video. So I'll do a quick walk around and show the kit off in the bright sunlight, and that we're all done. And then I'll work on this as a separate video here in the future if I decide to install it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy this quick walk around the car, showing off the kit, and hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you already haven't, and bring me more content. See ya.